welcome to this week's edition of the Pete Mezzetti Show. I'm Pete Mezzetti. My topic of this evening is high school sports broadcasting and everything else going on in the world, and who else to hang out with when we're talking about high school sports and radio broadcasting, rather than my buddy, the coach, George DeMaio.
Hello, Peter.
Hello, bud.
Nice to see you. Nice to be
How
here.
are you?
By the way, I have a complaint.
What?
At the beginning of your show, you show a lot of your previous guests.
Yes.
And I've been on the show before.
Yes.
My picture wasn't up there.
We'll make that happen. We'll make that happen next time you're here.
I noticed all those nice
those
guys,
faces.
people on, women.
Right.
I didn't see me.
All right.
I've been here before.
Yes.
I deserve this.
Right.
Thank you.
I'll make that
Now
happen.
that I got that out of the way,
Now that you got that out of the
let's
way.
move right on with this now. I'm only kidding. How you been, pal?
Good, bud. How are you? What's
good.
new?
Nah,
It's been a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it has.
It's
Tough sometimes to get here during high school season.
yeah. We don't we don't get together during high
No.
school season because
Sometimes.
you're too busy. I'm
Yeah.
too busy.
All right. But everything's good.
Absolutely. So obviously we're in the beginning of summer, so we got baseball going on.
American Legion baseball. I
Yeah.
cover summertime. I'm part of Zone 2, which has Hamden, Orange, North Haven, Meriden's in there. In fact, Naugatuck is in there this year.
Oh, boy.
And I cover those teams in the summertime. And then after the 4th of July, they've already started, Little League has already started their all-star playoffs, baseball and softball. I'll cover those too and go to some of the big games in the area for some of our area teams that, as I like to say, the road to Williamsport, Pennsylvania.
Yes, that's right.
You know, the boys and the girls. Now is the road to somewhere in North Carolina, South Carolina.
Okay.
They came back. It used to be in Oregon.
Oh, did
now,
it?
Yeah.
Oh.
The girls used to go there for the World Series. Now they're back on the East Coast.
Nice.
Which is nice, yeah.
So George, tell us a little bit about yourself and how long you've been doing this broadcasting thing.
Every time I come, Peter, it's another year. You know what I'm saying?
I know. Yeah, I know.
I've been in radio April 16th of this year. I celebrated 38 years.
Wow.
And actually, it's, as my son will argue, it's 39 and a half because there's a year and a half from a company that I worked for before I went to Clear Channel and now iHeartMedia,
Oh, okay.
where I didn't get credit for it. But
Okay.
just letting you know, it's officially by their records, 38 years,
Wow.
you know, in radio, yeah.
Obviously, you like it. You like doing.
Been a good run.
You like doing all the high school sports.
I do. Well, I always tell people I do them so I can get good seats at the place.
Yeah, right.
Get good seats at the games. Yeah. Sometimes that's not even true, but okay. But I try. Yes, I enjoy it. Or else I
Absolutely.
wouldn't do it.
No,
I wouldn't
absolutely.
do it. I mean, we have choices, and I like doing it. I just got through with a great spring season, baseball and
Yeah.
softball. Well, all softball. I did 2 championship games. You know, they had them for the first time at the brand new Yukon field at Stores.
Yeah,
their
how's that?
brand new
How's that?
softball
How's
field.
that? How's that softball field? Nice.
Very nice. Just too small. It only holds 528 people, which is, to me, too small.
528 people.
I mean,
Oh my goodness.
one team could bring that,
Yeah, absolutely.
right? One fan base. So I think it's nice. It's just too small.
It's too tiny.
Yes. But we had a good time, and I had a couple of games up there, which was nice. And I got a chance to meet the Yukon women's softball coach. They had a great year this year.
Yeah.
You know, so I have her on my show. So it's nice. Have a lot of fun.
Nice.
But now American Legion Baseball.
All right.
And Little League.
Absolutely.
All right.
And then after American Legion baseball and Little League, I mean,
Means vacation.
exactly.
Right. Means vacation in August. And then by September, end of August, September.
Football.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And I guess of all the opening seasons,
Yes.
that probably gets the most excitement, opening day for football.
Oh yeah.
I mean, because once football starts and then you get to the next season, before you know it, the championships in football are over, and then basketball and hockey are already they're starting up.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, you sort of like slide right into it, and you're into a new season. Football, because there's nothing now, nothing for a few months.
Right.
That gets you all pumped up for September. Yeah.
Okay.
I know it's in there, September 9th.
I was going to say, it's, yeah.
8th, September
September
8th,
8th.
first Friday night game, yeah. Yeah. So
And now, how do you choose what games you do? You just get like everything.
I get the whole schedule.
Throw it up in the air, throw a dart at it, and say, "Yeah, that's where we're going."
Well, there have been times where I've had like 2 or 3 games I'd like to do, and I can only do one.
Right.
I have my little doggy Willie, and I say, Willie,
That's right.
I put the paper on the floor. Put your paw on the one you want me to do.
There you go.
So I let him do it, and I say, you're going to blame anybody? Blame Willie.
Blame the dog.
So, yeah, I look at the whole schedule. You know, at the beginning of the year, you try to you pick maybe a couple different games you might normally not pick,
Right.
So I could see different teams. But as the season wears on, you want to do the most important game. You know what I mean? Or a big game in the area. Is it a rivalry game? Example, when Notre Dame of West Haven plays West Haven.
Yes.
You know, I call it the Battle of West Haven.
Yes, you
That's
do.
That's a big game. Every year it's a big game. I've done it every year they've played, I think with the exception of one. And it's just a big game because you don't have to build it up. It's there. And then when you get near the end of the season, you have your rivalries on Thanksgiving. Nothing beats Foreign and Jonathan Law. Nothing beats
absolutely
that.
not.
You know, and Sonia Naugatuck. Huge games in the area. So
Hamden, who plays
Hamden played
Cheshire.
Notre Dame.
That's
on
right.
Thanksgiving.
That's right.
yeah.
That's right.
Right. So the Green Bowl.
Yeah,
I've done
that's
that. Did that a couple of years ago. So, but it's a week-to-week thing. I don't pick out games in advance. You
No.
can't really do that because if you do that, and I know back at WELI years ago, before I even got there, my buddy Bill Ganillo, I miss him real bad. We lost him way too soon. Used to pick his schedule out week by week at the beginning of the season. So the station and the salespeople, I guess, knew what game he was going to do.
Right.
That's fine.
Right.
But week 8, if you've picked out your games already,
Yeah.
and now you look at your schedule and say, oh my goodness, I've got 1-7 so-and-so against 0-8 so-and-so, because I picked the game in advance. I don't have to do that. I pick my
Right.
game out week to week,
Right.
which is nice.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And because you guys also do basketball in the winter
And hockey.
and hockey,
And
right?
hockey, yes. That's a busy season because you got girls basketball, boys basketball, hockey, which is, doesn't get much better than that.
No.
Especially now, the championships now, the last couple of years have been, hopefully they'll stay there, is Quinnipiac. And it's just a beautiful venue.
Oh, that's a great.
I do all the state championship games there. There's 3 of them there. I do all the semifinals there as well. And it's a beautiful venue.
It is.
God, I love it.
I was there not long ago they had a car show. I was with my dad.
Yeah.
And I figured, I'm like, you know what? The venue, it was open, and
Yep.
you know what? The doors were open, so I just walked in and
Take a look.
looked around.
Basketball court, and then you
Yep.
got the hockey rink next door.
I'm like, holy God!
Yeah.
Like it's
Well,
pretty impressive.
You got the national champions playing there in
know.
hockey, so
I know.
You know, I think it's pretty good. Yeah, I
Absolutely.
enjoy that. Basketball still's at the Mohegan Sun.
Yep.
I've never done basketball championships because it was always, the last few years, the same weekend as hockey.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I made the choice years ago to do hockey.
Do hockey.
Now, the last couple of years, basketball's on a different weekend than hockey.
Mm-hmm.
So this coming season, winter,
Yeah.
I hope to do some basketball and still
And
do
some
the
hockey.
hockey. Yes.
Nice.
Hoping.
Yeah. Hopefully.
I get some teams out there, I'll do some at Mohegan Sun.
There you go.
And my wife will go just because she likes to go play in the,
There you go.
on the machines.
Yes. Yes. She can go.
She can do that. I'll
play
go
on
with
the
you. Yeah.
machines, and I'll go to work.
All of a sudden, I don't have any. Oh, I'll come with you. Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Very nice.
Now, what the other thing we got to talk about is your productions crew. I hear they're the best.
I'm proud of them.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about them. Who are they?
Well, my producer does all the, because we live stream all our games now.
Yes, you
We
do.
live stream all our games, so you can watch it. And as I always
Listen to
say, just to give a knock on the CIEC, but
Right.
we don't charge for our games.
Exactly.
We don't charge. I know
Uh-huh.
they have the NFHS network, which
They
is
do.
a great network.
They do.
Great crews there. I love them. But you got to pay.
Mm-hmm.
my video man and producer at the site for all my games. His name is Henry Bienemy.
Yes.
He is an ordained minister from Waterbury.
Really?
Yeah, he lives in Waterbury. And he's probably one of the nicest men I've ever met. Has a lovely family. And he's with me. He's not only my producer, he's my protector.
Yeah.
He watches out for me. He doesn't let people get, if they start crowding me or this and that.
He steps back.
He steps back and says, okay, it's far enough. Yeah, he's a good man, and his work is great.
Yeah.
His work is great. My other guy who does color, and he can produce if he has to, is Brian Goralick.
Yes.
Brian Goralick is, he's like another son to me. And he does great work. His work is invaluable to me when he's there. His color work, he's a hockey guy. He loves hockey, but football, he does color in football, hockey, not much basketball. He took this winter off for basketball, came to a couple of games, all hockey, and then he joined me briefly in softball. He has a new baby.
Yeah.
His firstborn son, Benson, he's bought a house. He's been doing with that. His wife is a doctor, so.
Really?
Yeah,
All
so he's been busy, but we get to see him. He used to produce my Saturday morning sports show.
Okay.
Now Henry comes in now on Saturday and produces that.
Oh, nice.
So which is nice, yeah.
Nice.
So I have those two guys, and I've had other guys that do the games when I live stream the games, and they're invaluable to me.
Right.
You know, we had a gentleman with us during the spring season who just joined. He works mostly in Hartford, but he did some of our games. His name is John Ashmead, and he was tremendous.
Really good.
He's still there, but supposedly now, my boss said they're hiring a new person, and he's going to be training with my guys for high school sports. So
Nice.
yeah, we'll see.
Very nice.
Yeah, it works out.
Would you mind sticking around for another second?
Let's do it.
All right, we'll be right back.
So you want to add a little curb appeal to your home, maybe add a new feature to a room? Here are some tips from Better Business Bureau to consider before starting a construction or remodeling project. Plan your project from start to finish and come up with a budget you can stick to. Home improvement projects can get expensive fast. Be upfront with contractors you hire about how much you can spend on the project. And don't forget things like eating out if you're doing work on your kitchen, or hotel expenses if you'll have to move out during any of the work. Talk to friends or family members who've had similar remodeling work done. Find pictures to show the contractor. Be clear about who is responsible for ordering materials. Up the value of your home. Remodeling a bathroom or kitchen can completely change the look and feel, not to mention it can help you sell it in the future. When you talk to potential contractors, ask them for examples and contact previous clients to inspect that work. Be sure to check out their BBB profile for reviews and licensing information. And if you own a business, get accredited.
Welcome back to this week's edition of the Pete Mezzetti Show. I'm Pete Mezzetti, sitting here with George DeMaio from iHeartRadio Sports. Sir,
Always
welcome
a
back,
pleasure.
bud.
Always a pleasure.
Welcome back.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you, sir. All right, so I believe it's this winter, the CIAC went ahead and decided to put the shot clock into play.
Yeah, boys and girls basketball, varsity, mandatory, JV freshman optional. They don't have to, the schools.
Really?
No. Most of the schools, I think, will at least do it
Yep.
with the JVs because they're the next step to varsity. And some schools may even include their freshmen. Others may not. Not mandatory there.
Okay.
But if I were a coach, I'd probably want it for my JVs at least.
Right.
With the varsity, get them accustomed to it. Yeah, they decided to put it in, 35-second shot clock. So now you can't hold the ball the whole game.
Nope.
If you're up against a good team and you want to try to make them come out, well, you can hold it for 35 seconds.
Right, exactly.
That's about it. I don't have any problem with it myself.
No.
The thing they also adopted, though, Peter, is no more one-on-ones.
Really?
No more one-on-ones.
Really?
So they adopted the college basketball rule, the
Right.
women's college basketball rule, where you'll get 5 fouls per quarter, and it will reset at the end of each quarter. So the scorebooks that we have now better get revamped, because you have to have 4 quarters worth of team fouls.
Right.
So on the 5th foul, I believe you'll shoot 2 shots
Aha.
every time. Every time. But at the end of each quarter, it resets to 0, and then you get 5 more fouls in that. And they have now also determined where, like in college, are the spots you will be able to take the ball off from. Because in high school, it's wherever it went off. Or that.
Right.
Now there's mandatory places on the court where you will take the ball off.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
So they've adopted a couple of things there. And as I said, we'll see how it goes. I think the biggest problem is going to be getting somebody, because you need somebody to work the shot clock.
Mm-hmm.
Get somebody to know when the shot clock changes, change of possession. You got to change the shot clock, go back to 35. I mean,
Right.
you have to have somebody on the ball there.
Yeah,
You really do.
somebody's got to be there with their finger on the button.
Yeah,
to
and
make
you got to
sure.
do that because you have a scorekeeper.
Right.
He can't do it. You have the clock operator.
He
He
can't
doesn't have time to do that between running the clock and the fouls and everything else.
Yeah, right.
So it'll be another person that the schools have to go out and hire and use for the games, as well as
Yeah.
buying the shot clocks. You don't have them, you have to buy them.
I'm assuming they're not cheap.
I'm assuming you're right,
Okay.
but hopefully it'll work out, and boys and girls basketball will have shot clocks, which I know a lot of coaches have wanted it for a long time. I think my son, who coaches at Guilford, was against it for many years. Doesn't bother him now anymore.
Right.
So he said, let's do it. I like to see how it works out myself, I really do. As I said, I'm interested more in the fouls, because even though they reset at the end of each quarter,
Right.
you can get those 5 fouls in a hurry.
Oh, absolutely.
And then you're shooting 2 shots the rest of the quarter. No more one-on-one.
No.
No more really pressure free throws at the end of a game. It's 2 shots or that's it. It's all 2 shots.
Very nice.
Yeah, how about that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see how it
Well,
works.
we'll see how it works out. I think it's, trial thing.
Exactly.
But I know their CAC put it into play.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm there.
Absolutely. And we also have to talk about when you do your football games. I understand there's a player of the game that we talk about.
Hummel hot dog player of the game. Yep. Gets 3 pounds of Hummel hot dogs and 3 pounds of Hummel hamburgers. 6 pounds of meat he gets.
Really?
For free.
Okay.
Yeah. And in the course of a given school year,
Yes.
my man Eric Hummel gives out close to 600 pounds of meat.
Wow. Holy cow.
Because not only does he give hot dogs and hamburgers out to the games I broadcast,
Right.
he also gives out hot dogs and hamburgers to the games I don't broadcast but I go to. Example, in
Really?
the fall,
Yeah.
when I'm not doing football, say on a Friday night,
Yeah.
I'm going to soccer games, boys and girls soccer. Pick out a couple.
Gotcha.
I bring certificates of hot dogs and hamburgers to that game, and I have a player of the game for the soccer games as well.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. So he's good about that.
Now, how did you team up? How did you end up teaming up with Eric Hummel?
Eric Hummel was a sponsor at the radio station for many years, and through one of the sales executives, sales account guys,
Yep.
I met him. He's a big sportsman, huge
Yeah.
sports guy, Eric Hummel, and he went to the University of Alabama. So he
Yeah,
knows
there you
about
go.
big time football.
Oh, absolutely.
And he bleeds Crimson Tide.
Yes, he does.
If you go in his office and I kid around and say, go Auburn, he said, how would you like different, there's no joking around it.
Yeah,
no
right.
joking around. But we hooked up, and we started out giving hot dogs, And then one year he said, listen, we sell hamburgers too, which a lot of people, I don't know, they maybe don't even know about it.
I didn't know they sold hamburgers.
Of course, they're big.
Okay.
They don't shrivel into hockey pucks.
All right.
They're real good on the grill. They sell them in 3-pound boxes
Okay.
in the frozen food section of your store.
Okay.
And they are delicious.
Okay.
Just delicious. And of course, the hot dogs.
Oh, absolutely.
There's nothing like Hummel hot dog.
Oh, no.
I mean, I could eat a Hummel hot dog for breakfast, lunch, dinner, midnight snack. I don't care. On the grill, it's better than anything. And now I get the big foot long, which I'll let you know a little secret. They're not a foot long. Just so you know. I know
No?
that people call
No.
a little secret here. They're actually only 10 inches. They're 10 inches.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Next time you have a big hot, long hot, just measure it. You'll
Just
see.
measure it and then call Eric Hummel and say,
No, but he'll tell you that.
oh, well,
You know, he'll tell you. So I know. But for sake of argument, they just say foot long.
yeah, exactly.
Or you can say the long hot dog.
Yeah.
I don't care what it. But either way, they're all very good.
Yeah. And you got other sponsors who...
Oh, I've had for a while. I had most of my sponsors stay with me all year.
Yeah.
I have Town Fair Tire. Mm-hmm. Town Fair is tremendous.
Yeah.
Administrative offices in East Haven. I got to know the comptroller of Town Fair because her daughter played softball for Hand of Madison
Sure.
years ago, and she was at a game. We talked, and I came to find out that her father was Carm Kozer from Yale. That's his daughter that works at Town Fair.
Holy
Carm
cow.
Kozer. So of course I knew Carm Kozer, and he was. So I got her. They're on all year.
Yeah.
I have an insurance company, Flanagan Associates, with me all year, and he sponsors my podcast. I have a podcast show.
You do?
Yes, the best. Look, it's on Facebook, Twitter,
Yeah.
and our website. It's the best of the Saturday morning sports show.
I've seen it.
Yeah, I have my show, and then I put
The best.
show from a few months ago, and he sponsors that. So I have him. I have Arts TV and Appliance in
Yep.
North Haven and Middletown. Been with me for years. I just have a lot of
Absolutely.
sponsors that hang around. And people laugh, oh, Coach, you have enough sponsors. No, you don't. You never have enough sponsors.
Absolutely not.
Never. It's a business. I need sponsors. I even have, for most of the year, I have the University of New Haven.
I've heard, yeah.
Yeah, University of New Haven. They come on too, get exposure for their college, the university, and everything else. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of people, friends and people that you and I have in common.
Yes, sir.
I was with a colleague of ours not long ago. Steve Philippone, one of the best.
One of the best.
Oh,
One of my favorite people. One of my favorite
gee,
people.
thanks, Coach.
He's a good man.
He's a great
coach.
guy. Great guy.
And of course, he still is an assistant out there.
Yep.
Still helps out. But
Who's the coach out there? Is that Eric Becker?
yes, it is.
I was going to say,
Yes, it
I knew
is.
that.
And their programs are so good, and they're good in so many sports.
Yeah.
It's not like just football.
Right.
Their girls' basketball team's been good. Their boys have been very good. Their softball team has been,
Their lacrosse team had a good season this year.
championship, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Their baseball team, they seem to do well in everything.
Right.
You know, whenever you talk about teams in the SEC,
Right.
you talk about Hand. Hand is
Absolutely.
right up there. So, yeah, they're very good. He's a great guy.
Oh.
Love seeing Steve.
I saw him last week, and I was telling him, I'm like, guess who's coming on with me? It's like, who? I told him, he's like, make sure you say hello. Great guy.
Yeah, he's a great guy. A lot of great coaches.
Oh, absolutely. So coming up, what are we going long range? What do we got coming up? Obviously, baseball, soccer, football in the fall.
Football in the fall. I'll do, again, American Legion, Little League this summer. Soccer and football in the fall.
Yeah.
You know, going to soccer games, couple games a week, girls or boys, what I fit in when I can. And I usually take that to the conference championships anyway. And then, you know, because football be getting near their playoffs, so
Right.
I concentrate all on football there. And then right in the winter, I mean, it's
And
it's like a school year, so you're
Right.
right, you know, you're right there.
It's crazy.
It is. It's busy, but
Yeah.
that's the way I like it.
Yeah, you and I don't see each other in the winter.
No,
You and I-
wintertime is tough. Wintertime is tough because I'm at games or whatever, doing, a couple basketball games, hockey games. It's not easy. And then if I'm home too many days, my wife says, don't you have a game to go to? or
Exactly.
broadcast?"
Why are you home?
Why are you home? Yeah.
Exactly. And if people want to listen to your show or listen to your podcast, where can they go?
Well, you can go to WELI.com,
Right.
which it's right there. And what you do is when you get there, you'll see the burger button, which I call that little circle
Yep.
there. Click on that. It'll have podcasts.
Yeah.
And one of the podcast choices is the Saturday Morning Sports Show. Click on that, and then you'll have the best stuff all on that page. Any show you want to listen to, you can.
Right.
And people can also go to WELI.com and scroll down just a little bit. You'll see a red box. It's got a microphone in it,
Yeah.
and it says "Watch High School Sports."
Yes.
Click on that. Takes you right to the high school sports page, and as soon as you get there, the first box on that page will be the game I'm doing. So if you want to watch the game, just 2 clicks, boom, and then not only do you get the video, but we also Henry hooks it up. You also get the audio play-by-play. It's not like some networks where you just get a picture, you don't know
Right.
what's going on. We give you the audio play-by-play as well,
Cool.
which is nice. We have a lot of fun.
Absolutely. George DeMaio, we're out of time. So
Mezzetti, always a pleasure.
see you soon, pal.
I will be.
You got it. On behalf of George DeMaio, I'm Pete Mezzetti. Thanks. Good night. We'll see you next time.